Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for The Walking Dead Comics issue 172, Hilltop Reborn. So we're taking a break from the group that's gone out to Ohio and run into Princess along the way, and I've really been enjoying seeing them, but it's always good to check back. So we're going to see what's going on with the Hilltop being rebuilt and all the characters there, which is good, because I mean the Hilltop characters are some of my absolute favorite. So I mean, that totally works for me. So yeah. Guess that's about it. Let's go ahead and get into reading. Oh, also, real quick before I start and get into anything, the TV show's coming back for season 8 in just a couple weeks. So, what do you guys want for me to do this season? Do you want occasional discussions? Do you want weekly reviews? I'll probably do weekly reviews. But if you have any other ideas for different videos you want on The Walking Dead once the TV show is back, suggestions are appreciated, and I'll take them into consideration, of course. So let's get into reading. The Walking Dead 172 Hilltop Reborn. Liking this cover. We got Carl on the front as the sort of main focus, of course, since this is likely going to focus a lot on him and sort of how he wants to be his own man, especially after Andrea's death, and is kind of making his own life at the Hilltop. We're starting out with Michonne, though. So Michonne is staring angrily still at Princess. You gotta work on that sense of humor. Back in a jiffy. That's the last thing we need. I'm starting to rethink this. I mean, she's going to make... Oh, sorry. It was backwards. Okay, Michonne's looking angrily. I don't know. I really like her. A lot, says Yumiko. I mean, she's gonna make this trip really entertaining at least. That's the last thing we need. I'm starting to rethink this, says Michonne. Okay. I'm not waiting anymore, and I'm sure as hell not going to follow her into that building. Let's go. Wait, said Magna. Already. She comes out with a pretty badass looking spear. Spear would be hella fun to use in a zombie apocalypse. That is like the weapon of choice. Okay. Because I mean, you got reach, and it also doesn't take reloading and stuff. And it's also useful for utility stuff like prying open doors. Spear is good in general. Not even one comment on my rad spear? I mean, look at it. You can't possibly see a lot of these things, can you? I found it sticking out of a router across town. Someone must have really spent a long time making it. It's a super great weapon. It's really good for keeping your distance in a fight, keeps the dead from reaching you, because it's a spear. I think it's cool, says Yumiko. Thank you. Can I have my gun now? I think I'm going to hold on to it, says Michonne. And, Princess just looks upset. Whatever, I have others. I like Princess with the giant comical LMG because it just fits her character so much. The big sort of puffy jacket and crazy hair and everything with the giant ass gun. It just fits the whole over-the-top look. Who are your friends? Says Rick. Meet Apple and Peach Pit. They're getting shoes today. I think they're excited. Sandy. You know, we got lookouts that can see they can see further than you can see from here. They'll let us know when they see them, and it's only been a week. I know. It's just such a long trip. It gives me time to second guess myself. I'm worried about what I might have sent them into. Ugh. Sorry, tripped over my word there. Whatever it is, you know Michonne can handle it, and she'll protect the rest of them. Mikey's waiting on you. Thanks. And so yeah, I think Rick is going to kind of take in Mikey here. Morning, Mr. Grimes. Mikey, please call me Rick. Hey, you found some good gloves. They were my mom's. Let's get to work. And they start planning stuff in Alexandria. Like this? That's good, but not too deep. They got to be able to reach the sunlight. I like this. I like Rick and Mikey sort of building a relationship here. Doesn't seem too deep, says Michonne, looking at some water. We can shave about 5 miles if we just go through it. I say we go for it, says Eugene. And now we're getting to Carl and Earl. Carl, you'd be no good to us with a broken back. Let me help you, says Earl, trying to help him lift some boards. And then we see back at Rick grieving at Andrea's grave. Here you go, milady. I marked an N on the map for you so you'll know where he is. So Dante actually made a map of where Negan's staying and took it to Maggie. Thank you, Dante. And it looked like William was out there with them. Okay, tomorrow. You're right. It's been long enough. We'll leave tomorrow. We see Aaron and Jesus sitting at the fireplace. Oh, boo, boo, I wanted to use my spear. I could have hit him from my horse. And we have Princess complaining as Michonne is standing on the ground with her sword in a walker's head. We're leaving. Must have dozed off. I'm sorry. Of course, Jesus and Aaron find Rick laying on a grave. Nice. Carl's looking on. That looks really good, actually, from this panel. From them rebuilding the place? It actually looks really cool. That poor I don't know if it's the same water tower that Gabriel died at, but poor water tower. It'll be better than before by the time we're done. It's cool, though, to see him rebuilding the place. Or to see them just building a place kind of from scratch-ish is just cool in general. This place is coming along nicely. You'll be out of those tents in no time. We wouldn't be half as far along without your help, William. The hilltop owes you a debt of gratitude to the kingdom. Isn't that how this is supposed to work? Don't worry. I'm sure we'll need your help before too long. That's how things tend to go. I like William so much. He's so cool. Hopefully, we're through the worst of it. From your mouth to God's ears. Forgive me, but these last few days you've seemed preoccupied, worried even. I know I'm a bit of a nosy person, but I've always considered myself a problem solver first and foremost, and I'm fine, William. I've just got a lot on my mind these days, that's all. I'm sure you can understand. And I kind of feel like Maggie may be having some Negan revenge thoughts going on. We see Carl and some others putting roofing tile on. Am I doing it right? Yeah, good job, Carl. You're a natural, says Dante with him. You got it. Keep pulling. And they're lifting more up. This ground taken? It's a free country. Cute. Thank you, and thank you. Okay, and for what? Lots of things. So much, but mostly for sticking by me, even when I said horrible things to you. The way you treat me, it's weird, but it makes me feel like I'm worth being treated that way, after not feeling like that for a very long time. It means so much. The way you look at me, what I see in your eyes. It was startling at first. It seemed undeserved for so long. But after this, and working side by side to rebuild together, I'm starting to feel like I belong. That's a really good page, these panels. So maybe I'm not too young for you after all. Maybe you do love me. Shut up. And we see Sophia looking on, or yeah, Sophia was her name. I was trying to think, is it Sophie and am I messing it up? But no, it's Sophia. This way, right? I'm thinking another day tops, says Michonne looking at the map. Right, maybe two. Depends, says Eugene. Guys, says Princess. I'll handle this, says Siddiq. Or actually, I have read that it's actually Siddiq is the way I'm supposed to be pronouncing it, but Siddiq is just so much easier to say. They'll never catch up to us. Let's just keep moving. No, there's even more of them now. I don't want to have to worry about them every time we stop. What if we get held up avoiding more of them ahead of us? This will only take a couple minutes. Princess, you're with me. Let's see what that spear can do. Oh, heck yes, she says, putting on the goggles. I love Princess so much. And so Princess and Michonne are clearing out the walkers. Got a little moment between Yumiko and Magna. Do you think you'll go back to being straight if we find more men in Ohio? It's not how it works, and you know it, says Magna. Then why are we hiding, Magna? Your bigot father is dead. You don't have to hide who you are anymore. See them out there? Then we see the two of them fighting. Those things don't care if you like boys or girls. We left all that bullshit behind when they took over. All they care about is whether or not they get to eat you. You think your parents' ghosts are gonna disown you. Yumiko, it's just not that simple. So it is Yumiko, not Yumeko. I can show you how simple it is. Good job, guys. Did you know Magna and I are completely and utterly gay? Says Yumiko. Thanks, congrats. Says Michonne. I knew, says Eugene. Me too, says Siddiq. Awesome. Some of my best friends were lesbians. They always threw the best parties. Princess. They were low-key cocktail affairs, not ragers. Super fun. First time I ever had a fondue. Let's go, says Michonne. That was not okay, says Magna. Well, you're not kicking me off the horse, so it can't be that bad. I love this group. Like, this is the way. Like, seeing just normal interactions like that kind of builds them up as characters so that you do have that emotional feeling in response when the inevitable bad thing does happen to the group. You want them to succeed more. I want them to succeed more. We see Rick saying goodbye to Jesus and Aaron now. Tell Maggie... sorry, got all nasally there. Tell Maggie if there's a list of supplies or anything she needs to let us know and we can start scavenging for them. I'm going to have Heath start leading some patrols soon. Okay, will do. Have her send Carl back to report in if she can. I'll try. Good luck with everything. Thank you, and thanks for staying with us longer than you wanted to. I appreciate you being an extra set of eyes for me. Happy to help. Take care of yourself. I mean it, Rick. I'll try. Safe travels. Now we see Carl getting out of the tent. Not tired? Oh, you startled me, says Sophia. Not tired, no. I spend most of my days with a toddler, so this is my only quiet time. Even naps bring a certain level of tension. It just sucks. I know everyone's busy, and this is the best way I can help. I get that, but I love my brother, but I mean, come on. And I miss my friend. What do you mean? Says Carl. Okay, load the next page. We've been together since almost the start. We've seen it all, and for most of it, we were there for each other. You just lost your mom, and we haven't even talked about it. Part of it is that I feel bad for not being there for you, but at the same time, I'm aware that you're just not letting me. I miss you. I'm sorry, I guess I'm with Lydia, and it feels like I'd be betraying her to spend time with another girl. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. I want to talk to you, not whatever it is you do with Lydia. Can we talk more? Yeah, okay. I'd like that. I'm going back to my tent before we wake up Maggie. With everything she's been doing, I'm sure she's sleeping like a rock, says Sophia. And no, we see her just sitting up, staring forward, the 1,000-yard stare from Maggie. In case you're wondering, things are almost back to normal here. Can't say the same yet for the other communities, but we'll get there. Our people have become so strong. It's amazing how well they work together. You'd be... And then Rick collapses on her grave again. I miss you so much. He is just collapsing and sleeping on this grave every night. I am starting to think Dwight was really right, and he is just too out there for this now. Just, Rick might be too broken. Now we see Aaron sleeping and Jesus watching over him. Yeah, I think this one's gonna last. Don't say things like that, Jesus. That is bad news. Yep, and now we see Beta is behind him. The return of the big fucker. This is why you gotta do this, Kirkman. Why you gotta bring Beta back in to mess with two of my favorite characters. This is not the place I would have wanted him back. Damn it. I really hope Jesus and Aaron don't die, but I don't see any good outcome for them getting captured or even just confronted in general by Beta. So yeah, it's kind of bad news. Very bad news. I liked everything a lot. I'm just, that last page is still kind of left me in a state of, not really shock, but a state of, damn it, why's this gotta go down? Why couldn't it have been anyone else? I really like the group going out to Ohio still. I love all the stuff with them. I like the look into what's going on with Rick. Like I said, Dwight may be right. Maybe it's time for Dwight to take over. But, and Rick, we've seen, is still in a good headset, or in a good mindset when it comes to taking care of the community, especially with the way he's taking care of Mikey now. I think that's great, and I'd love to see that relationship build into more of a father-son type thing. Not like the father-son or mother-daughter, father-daughter thing that we've seen in the past with, like, the kids that were with Andrea, the twins, or with Sophia getting taken in by Glenn and Maggie. But more of just, they don't really consider each other father and son, but one of them takes care of the other, and they kind of have just this understanding between them. I think a relationship like that would be cool. I also like how we're doing this thing with Carl now and him connecting back with Sophia, because I think it'd be great to see more of him and Sophia as friends. I don't really want a romance between them. I've never really wanted a romance between them, but I do think that having them have a good developed friendship is for the best. Maggie, I think my prediction for what she's thinking, I'm thinking she's thinking about some revenge on Negan. I think, and she has a map of where he is now. But maybe Negan could, maybe that'll be the savior from Beta here. Not to make a savior pun, but maybe Negan will come in and save Jesus. Hopefully. That would be the best case scenario, I guess, because I really don't want anything bad to happen to Jesus, who is my favorite character, probably. Or I don't know, I like Dwight a lot as well. Dwight may be one of my favorite characters. But, and Aaron as well. I really like Aaron, so I'm just so much, like, stuck with this place where I hope they're going to be fine, but I have to wait another month regardless. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Either way, my foot is completely and utterly asleep at this point because I've been kind of sitting the wrong way while recording this. But that was fun. I'll review it in the next day or two, probably tomorrow. And yeah, I'll go through this and review it. Then when the show comes back in a few weeks, that'll be happening before the next issue. I'll have some weekly reviews of that, most likely, and maybe some discussions here and there. We'll see how things go. But, yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of my first thoughts and reaction for this whole issue and everything. A lot happened. It was a really good issue. I like that we jumped around and got a lot done. Subscribe for more. The Walking Dead, both TV show and comics. I really felt like I messed up and called this a chapter instead of an issue like I do so often so much. And I probably messed up on a bunch of other things. For some reason, whenever I read the Walking Dead comics, I always feel like I messed something up. Or because I cover Tower of God so much, those comics, I often like mix up the two names and almost accidentally say The Walking Dead instead of Tower of God and vice versa. Either way, follow on Twitter if you want as well. I can try to talk to you there or keep you updated there for stuff on the channel. I'll tweet out whenever I post a new video. And if you want a link to our Discord server, we can talk there as well. Just ask and I'll give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see you all next time.